Good afternoon. It's Friday. I'm usually not here on Friday. This is Bruce Leonard Leans Left. While it's still legal. Still legal today. Today, I believe, got a little more legal. With Trump lost another case. They threw out an executive order against the law firm because it is unconstitutional and totally illegal, as we all know. And there will be a Truth Social meltdown in 3, 2, 1. Now. I have not seen the Truth Social. I obviously don't follow it because you don't have to follow it because you'll see whatever he posted on Blue Sky or Facebook immediately after. So you don't have to wait. We'll get back to that. What I want to talk about right away, right off the top, I want to help you. Okay? I want to help everybody out there. Because apparently we got another email at work. Apparently there's a scam going around and people are falling for it. Now, when I tell you this scam, you're gonna be like I was. Like, how in the fuck does anyone fall for this? Here's what happens, okay? So they call your work, wherever you work. Let's say you work like I do at a store. Let's not use the store I work at as an example because that's we call it unprofessional. I could get in trouble for disclosing information that I learned at work. But I don't think that this is like a disclosure situation. It's a warning, and I believe that this warning would apply across the board. So let's say where I used to work. I used to work at Whole Foods. Okay, first of all, I've worked at almost every grocery store there is at one time or another, except for Kroger. Never worked for Kroger, never will, because they are the devil. But anyway, that's irrelevant. So let's say you work at Whole Foods, right? The guy calls you up, Whole Foods, and he says, "Hello, I'm the manager from I'm upper management at Whole Foods, or or they say he works for the tech department, the IT people." He's like, "I'm an IT person," and here it comes. Here's the part that's gonna make you go. All right. So he calls your store. He says, "Okay, I'm upper management. I'm a corporate person, or I'm a IT tech person, and what I need to do is I need to send an urgent package, but I need the money to send this package. So what I need you to do is go into the safe and get me some money." Then the thing we got said in one case $2,500. So beyond the fact that you haven't already red flagged yourself, going, why is IT asking me to get money out of the safe of the store? Like, these are the corporate people. They have the checkbook, right, of the company. They can they can pay for. They probably got a company credit card. It's like, anyway, it gets even worse. So he says to them, "Hey, I need to send this package urgently, but we need the money to send it. So I need you to get in the safe and get the money." At one time, I said somebody took for $2,500. It's probably various, amounts, but they were able to talk somebody into $2,500. So then, that's not even it. Then they say to them, "What I need you to do is get the money out of the safe. $2,500. Let's see, $2,500 from a Whole Foods safe, and I need you to go to the nearest crypto ATM and put the money in the crypto ATM." Now, if you already weren't like, why is this guy from corporate calling me up, asking me for money out of the safe? And then let's say you're that dumb that you fell for that, right? And now you have the money in your hand, and you go, what should I do with this money, right? Theoretically, you would think that they would tell you to go down to the bank where your store does business and put the money in the store bank account. But no, he says, I need you to find the nearest crypto ATM, which I don't think they're. I mean, I don't know. I've been walking around for a while now, and even in Vegas, I didn't. There wasn't a lot of like Bitcoin ATMs just sitting around. Like, where the fuck do you find a crypto ATM? It's like. So anyway, these people take the money to the crypto ATM and put it in, and then it's that South Park, and it's gone. Now, it wasn't your money, right? It was Whole Foods money or whatever, but still, this is a remarkably fucking stupid thing to fall for anyone. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to tell you right now, if anyone calls where you work, ever, it says that there's somebody important, and they need you to get a bunch of money out of the safe and put it in a brown paper sack. There's probably a good chance that you're getting taken. The fact that I have to give this public service announcement is not a very good sign for humanity itself. It goes back to what I was saying yesterday, what I always say is that the average person is not much more than a hairless fucking monkey that you can talk into robbing your own store and taking the money to a crypto ATM where it promptly disappears to Russia or wherever the fuck these people are, Thailand or it's like you can guarantee they're not in the United States. And once that money's gone, it's gone, and you're not gonna. They can't even get in trouble. They're in another country. They rob you from another country. Now, like I said, if you are working somewhere and someone calls you in the evening. At Vaughn's, when I worked in Vegas at Vaughn's, we're calling in the middle of the night. The night crew. Because, the night crew, they're not geniuses. Of course, I was the night crew manager. That's why they told me about it. But so not everyone's a fucking moron, but a lot of these night crew people are morons. The same thing. They called the guy in the middle of the night and said that they were the vice president of Hans or something, but they had a problem, some kind of problem, and they needed him to get all these gift cards and read the numbers. Read me all the gift card numbers. When say promptly cashed, the whole rack. People fall for this stuff. So I'm telling you, as this is a public service announcement, if people call your fucking store and say that they're the vice president of your company or their IT or whatever the fuck they say, first of all, you go, why are you calling me in the middle of the night? Why is the vice president of Albertsons calling you at 3:30 in the morning? Telling you he needs you to read all the fucking gift cards. If that doesn't like I said, how can you even for 1 second entertain people? Like, I don't want to get in trouble. You're gonna get in more trouble when you rob your own store. I can assure you that. That if you hung up on this guy or whatever, they're never going to be calling you. at 3:30 in the morning. And as a matter of fact, if they call you outside of business hours, period. And even if it is business hours, well, I mean, they won't try to do it then because everyone's at the store. That's what I mean. It's like they need to get when the store is slimly staffed and the only management person there is probably not the store manager. He's either an assistant manager or he's like a front end manager who closes one night. And that's the people they're looking for, you know, because the store manager would be like, you're not the fucking the vice president. I know the cell phone number or whatever. The scams won't work like during the business hours. So they don't do them then. They do them in the evening or late at night. So just take my word for it. If you, even if it is the vice president, if you had to tell him fuck off and hang up on him, you're gonna get, I said, far less trouble than if you robbed a store. It's unbelievable. So don't fall for it. That's all I'm here to tell you. It's a scam. The crypto ATM. It's like, I need you to get all the cash out of the safe. I'm the vice president of Whole Foods, but I need you to get all the money out of your store safe, put it in a brown paper sack, take it down to the Greyhound bus station, and put it in locker number 7. This is very important for the survival of Whole Foods as a business. Somebody say, okay. Yes, Julie, I see. I'm sorry. I'm into this story and I'm high. Yes, I see everything because I have super feed now. I said my feed is green. All the bars green. No glitching. No. It's even kind of staying in focus even more, I think, because it ain't working so hard trying to use the shitty Verizon network. And then today I fucking finally bought YouTube Premium. I don't know why I fucking didn't do that. $10 a month just for no advertising. It's totally worth it already. I've only had it for about 6 hours. Every time you turn it on, no commercials. It goes right to what you fucking clicked. Like I should have done this a long time ago. But then the reason why I bought it was so I could download videos and then hopefully trim them up and make little clips and things. I couldn't even download the video. It downloads it to YouTube. So that you can watch it offline. But it doesn't go to your like videos on your phone. Like I said, I'm not a tech guy, so it's going to take me a while to figure out how do I download these videos in. But sooner or later, I'm going to be able to edit, like I said, make little promo clips and things because I've done some cool things. I think that if I could cut them shorter and then start blasting those out as like advertisements, I could get more people to watch the show. So back to what I was talking about originally. Judge threw out Trump's executive order targeting that law firm. Threw it out. That's the second executive order that's been totally thrown in the trash can by judges. And like I said, there'll be a truth social meltdown. What? Julie used it. I don't want to say it because YouTube would be like, listening to what this bootleg app. Bootleg app to watch no commercials for free. Yeah, that's great. It's like fucking their Disney Plus bundle and their HBO Max. Like it's cheap. I got all 3 of them for like $10 a month, but it's ads. And then I was like, well, I want to get off the ads. And then I was like, they said, you can go ad free. And I clicked on it, said $15 a channel for each one. So I get all 3 with ads for $10 a month. But if I want to fucking go ad free, it's $15 for each channel, which is another $45. So my $10 bundle just turned into $55 a month. But I don't have ads. It's like, nah, I think it's worth it. Just watch some ads. Gotta be strategic. Like I said, YouTube is for YouTube Premium. It's only $10 a month, and you get YouTube Music, so I can finally check and see if my album's really on there, like they say it is. And then if it is, that you can find my stand-up album on YouTube Music. I say, maybe I'll look it up if I can play some one day. Seems to be the only way I can get anyone to fucking listen to it. That's what I mean. People always say, yeah, I love you, man. I support your shit. It's like, all you gotta do is listen to the record, man. It's free. It's free. It's on iTunes, it's on YouTube Music. It's on, all the fucking, wherever you can listen to music, you can probably find it. And I see the numbers. No one gives a fuck. And I don't hate you for it, but I'm just saying. People claim that they support you. It's like, all you gotta do is listen to this shit. It's free. Just click on, just like this show. I don't charge you to watch it. It's like, I do the show. It's free. All you do is turn it on. Like, that's how you can help me. Because YouTube will pay me if enough people watch. And you don't have to pay me. My friend up the street, he was like, the other day, he was like, how can I help out your podcast, And I was like, you can just by watching. He was like, well, I don't want to help you out. Like, how can I help you, like, financially? And I was like, oh, well, Substack. At least if you do Substack, you're going to get something for it. I have a Patreon, but I don't think I've opened it in years and years. I never really listened. Yes, please. Play it for your friends. Tell them, listen to it. Play it for their friends. That's how it works. You make a piece of something, then you go, that's how you get known. That's how people know who you are. It's like, I'm not doing shows, I'm stuck. So the album is like this, you got to spread it. If enough people start listening, I said, I'll make some money off of that. Because they pay by streams. And also, like I said, you start streaming a lot, and people start paying attention to who you are. It's like this show. A bunch of people start watching this show. The show has grown. Like I said, it hasn't died off, so it must be all right. And it's grown a little bit. It's not, like I said, going viral. But I think I could maybe go viral if I could cut it down to clips that I could post, like on TikTok, or I don't even have a TikTok, but I'm going to make one so I can do that. And then be pictures of me or, clips of me doing this. But I'm also going to audition for a movie. That's it. That's it. This guy's there's a page that follows my Twisted Mind page, and they're making a movie, and they're right over in Indiana, and not far away. And so he was like, well, look, I'm looking for people to be in my movie. You want to audition? Which I've never done. I've never been in a movie. But I'm like, hey, man, why not? Fuck it. I did some sketch comedy in Vegas with Robbie Aces at the Classy Hooligans. And I acted in a couple of their sketches, but I've never really acted. But Daniele was like, you can do it. It's like, you're a good enough actor. You can do, when you do your comedy or whatever. It's like, yeah, but that's not really acting. I mean, I guess it is. It's performing, but it's not really acting where you, like, read something that someone else wrote, and then you have to, like, do it. And I mean, but that's what I did. That's why I did the Classy Hooligan stuff, because, that's how you learn shit, by doing it. So I played Nikola Tesla in Julia says, that's cool. I was in a movie for about a minute. It is in final editing as we speak. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, people are making independent movies all over all the time. So that's where, what's his name? Art the Clown came from. The guy was just making his own movies, putting them on YouTube. And he came up with that Art the Clown, and it started to catch on. And then he got enough people watched that little Art the Clown movie that was, I forget how long it is. It's not like a movie. It's like 20 minutes long or something. It's like a short film. All Hallows Eve or whatever I think it was called. But it went viral on YouTube, and he made about a lot of money off of it, enough to make it the actual Terrifier. And then it just kept rolling. There used to be a lot of good stuff on YouTube, independent things, like little comedy shows. And there was this one called Chad Vader, Night Shift Manager. It was really funny. It's like Darth Vader's brother, who's a night shift manager in a grocery store, but he's dressed like Darth Vader. And then like he would go into the manager's office and like kneel down, yes, my master, and he'd be like, I'm just your manager. Get up off the floor. He's like clumsily hitting on the cashier, and he like forces over some flowers from there. It's funny. It's still on, I think. It's on YouTube. Just you look it up. It's called Chad Vader, Night Shift Manager. It's pretty funny. But I think that's where, like, I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I think, like, Trailer Park Boys started off that way. Where it's just, like, an independent thing. And they just picked up their own steam. I don't know about Letterkenny, but how that started. If that was just if that's a Canadian like show, or was it like some bunch of comedians that is making little sketches and turns into a show? But that's how shit works nowadays. No, that's what I'm saying, Julia. The Classy Hooligans. That channel is still there. You can find it. I played Tesla in that in that dying Nikola Tesla. Robbie wrote all the sketches. I never wrote any of them, but that was the first time I ever, like I said, had to sit there and read that script, and then try to memorize it, and then do the part. It's like it's not as easy as it. People always say, "Oh, that's so easy." I could do that. I could be in a movie. I could do this. It's like, it's not manual labor, but it's still not easy. You gotta learn to memorize all that shit, and then I said you gotta act and fucking. You can't just half-ass act. You gotta try to act. Speaking of that, I finally saw Sinners. 2 thumbs up. Very good movie. It's an interesting take on the vampire thing, and it's got a lot of music in it because the setting is like the Delta blues, the Delta in Mississippi. So it's a lot of blues, and then the vampire guy is Irish, so there's some Irish music too. And there's a lot of music in it. It's a really good movie. By far the best movie that Michael B. Jordan has made. That was one of the reasons. It's like, I'm hesitant because I don't really like Michael B. Jordan. I don't know why. Like, it's not like he's terrible, but he just makes a bunch of like generic movies. It's like he played 2 twins, and he did a really good job, actually. Yes, Julia says, no, it's not easy, especially when you have to shoot the same scene over and over to get different angles. Yes. I can see that. But see, that's why you hope you have multi-camera setup. So Nowadays, I said it's easier to make movies because you can use your phone. So if you have two phones, you can have two angles going at the same time. And just by the little microphones that I bought, it's like you can tell. Like you could also, the technology is so much better. We're like, I couldn't make a movie with my phone before, but now that I have those little microphones, I could probably figure out a way to put those on the people so that you can't see them, but they still work, and film a scene from far away with my phone and still get the audio, good, so that you could actually use it for a movie, or something. Technology is so good now and cheap. Well, it was cheap. Ain't gonna be so cheap anymore, is it? when these tariffs kick in, it's already started happening. Today, did you see what he did today? He comes out and he says, well, EU, they're not really talking to me like I want, so 50%. 50% on the EU. And also, Apple was like, well, we can't make our phones in China anymore because it's 100-something% tariff. So they're going to move all their factory stuff over to India and start making the iPhones in India where the tariff is cheaper. But then today, Trump was like, no. I called Tim Cook, I told him, you're going to make these phones in America or you're going to have to pay a 25% tariff extra on your phones. All right. First of all, let's get into the monumental stupidity that's going on here. And then, of course, as soon as he started talking this shit, fucking market tanked again. I don't understand why the market keeps buying into, like, oh, he's going to fix these problems. Like, he's not. They keep going, oh, you realize that they said a 90-day pause, right, on the 100-something% tariff that they had on China, right? 90-day pause. And at that time, they didn't have any agreements with any countries in the world, which is 195 countries, I believe. But anyway, that guy, Navarro, said, well, we could get 90 deals in 90 days. Okay. It's day 48. How many deals they got? They ain't got none. They have that one tentative agreement with the UK to talk about it some more. But they don't have any agreements. They don't have one. And still, you turn on the Fox News, wherever it's, everything's great. He's the greatest president you've ever seen. Like, you know what's down today? Again, the dollar. Dollar, if you look at the graph, dollar's on a downward spiral. Dollar ain't gonna be worth a fuck by the time he's done. And like I was telling you about yesterday, the treasury bonds. A lot of countries selling these treasury bonds off. It's going to raise interest rates. It's going to cause inflation. And soon there's going to be layoffs. I said unemployment's going to go up. This is a fucking disaster. And people haven't felt it yet, but they're starting to. It's like, when before there's a storm, when you're outside, and just the air just feels like, I don't know, there's something about it. You can feel the storm coming, and that's where we're at right now. It's like there's a big storm coming. Yeah, what Julia says. Yes, the director had a streaming type budget, only had one actual movie camera, but we had wireless mics under our clothes. Yeah, see, I have those mics and they work pretty good. I used them to do the little film I did at the protest, and they work pretty well. Um, so yeah, you could put one on one person and one on another person. You could have a dialogue, or you could shoot a scene in a car. And I could be outside of the car with my phone even and still get the audio from inside the car. Because I said technology is cheap. Well, it was, like I said, it was cheap. I should have bought like 10 packs of those microphones because they were cheap as fuck. I was actually surprised when I went online. I think I got them for like $20. I said, yeah, I should have bought 3 or 4 packs, I guess. Now I'm going to go back on there. They'll be like $75. Reciprocal tariffs and all. Yes, Julia says it's going to end up cheaper than the ruble. Yes. It's already, I think, I couldn't really tell what was going on with the graphic that I was looking at. But it looked like that the dollar had fallen under the pound. But I don't know if that's true or not, because I said I don't know if they were just next to each other or what. But it was the dollar and the pound, and this graph that had a red bar going down like this. Which to me, it said 75 cents or something like that. I'm like, underneath the dollar, it said 75 cents. Remember when you used to go to countries and like when I went to Jamaica, like I gave them like, I don't know, I gave them like $500 and they gave me like a sack of money. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, here's $500, and then they gave me like this big stack like this. It's like, you're gonna want to get an armored car to carry this money around. I was like, God damn, now it's going to be the opposite. You're going to go there and you're going to be like, here's $500. And it'll be like, here's $5. You'll be like, what the fuck happened? I don't think people realize just how, like I said, they're too busy inventing their own reality, and they don't know anything about anything. This just becomes more apparent every single day. And they're all rich. How in the fuck are these dumbass people so rich? That's it. Well, I mean, Trump inherited his money from his dad, and I gotta feel like that most of these people are probably like that. Most of these people probably come from money. They inherited a bunch of money, and that's why they're so fucking stupid. Because they don't. I've also become convinced that just because a guy is like a CEO of a company, he's got a suit on and a tie, and he looks like he should know what he's doing. It doesn't mean he knows what he's doing. Yes, Julia says you see a lot of famous people who were slated to perform at the Kennedy Center pulled out. I think Yo-Yo Ma is one of the latest to pull out. Yes. Yeah. People are just not going to go there. The Kennedy Center is going to become like Kid Rock and that guy that sings God Bless America, Lee Greenwood or whatever his fucking name is. And all the good artists, they're not going to go there. Like, Yo-Yo, if I was Yo-Yo Ma or somebody, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to play an outdoor concert in a park nearby. It's free for everybody. Go fuck yourself. Also, he tried to ban all the foreign students from Harvard, which I just found this out. I did not realize this, but apparently he tried to get his dumbass son, Barron, into Harvard, and they wouldn't let him in. So this whole Harvard thing is, they say, oh, it's anti-Semitism. It's just another Trump grudge. They wouldn't let his son in there, and now he's like, I gotta go after him. He's just a petty fucking prick, man. Oh, dude, you made the most powerful man in the world. It's unstable fucking dementia riddled fucking grandfather. It's like... So yeah, like I said, the market, I don't know why the market keeps buying into it. It's like, oh, he says some dumb shit. Market crashes. It's like when he first did the tariffs, he lost $10 trillion in the market. Since then, they made it back, that money. But now it's like he says some dumb shit, it crashes, and then the next day it goes back up. It's like, why? Why are you putting your money back in it? Well, you think, like I said, he's going to fucking fix this? He's not going to fix it. And then the next day he says some dumb shit to take it out again. You know, put it in, take it out. It's like, dude, the market, your money is not safe as long as he's the president of the United States. If you got stocks and shit like that, I mean, I guess if you're a gambling person and you like, you know, risk, and you're like, oh, take this risk. Make some money. You're like, yeah, but you can lose all your money. Then sooner or later it's gonna crash. It ain't gonna come back. Joyce said the Kennedy Center's hemorrhaging money. Also, there's ours are scheduling performances at other venues close by. No, but that's what I'm saying, Julia. Is he should play, like I said, free concert in the park, right next door. Yeah, fuck you, you know. So anyway, so he's going out to Harvard, so he bans all the foreign students, or he tries to ban all the foreign students from Harvard, which is ridiculous. It's like Daniele was saying, those people pay more. So it's not really about anything except trying to hurt them financially. He cut off all their federal money, and now he's trying to cut off their source of money from foreign students. And unless they get in line and do what he says. Which is, I don't even know what he wants. That's the thing, is nobody knows what he wants. He's always like, well, I'm going to go after this and that. And then same as the economic tariff thing. Nobody really knows what he wants. Like, I guess he really thinks that the country's going to make a bunch of money off these tariffs. And it's like, dude, how does the country make money off the tariffs if we're the ones paying the fucking tariff? The money that you get at the end, it went out in the beginning. Somebody paid it. It doesn't make any sense. It's the most... I can't believe this is where we're at. Still. You're like, dude, and everybody just keeps moving along. I said, like this is not going to blow up at some point. It's a ticking time bomb, this whole thing. It's now they want to fucking ram this bill through and add $4 trillion deficit. Wow. Also simultaneously tanking the dollar and the treasury bonds. You're like, what do you think is going to happen? I'm not an economist by any means, but I said I've been trying to learn about it as much as I can, because even I'm not, even when it gets into, like, I didn't really think about this part of it when I was fighting Trump before. I was like, dude, you got to stop Trump because he's a racist Nazi, and you see that he is. But I didn't think about all this other stuff, the tariffs and all this other. He's managing to fuck up every single thing there is to fuck up. Not to mention that the FBI and the intelligence is now run by idiots. That the health service is run by idiots. That they cut all these things. Like, there's no disaster money going to these places that just had disasters. I mean, the world, I shouldn't even say the world, the country that we live in is fundamentally different. Last year, if you live, a tornado came, wiped out your town. Joe Biden, whether you fucking like, he's going to send some money down there. He's going to help you out. He's like, I can't help you. Trump's like, we can't help you. Sorry. I gotta go to this crypto dinner and then play golf. And people go, this guy's the greatest president ever. And you go, what the fuck is wrong with people? There's something wrong with you. This is like a guy gonna be in a cardboard box. And like, yeah, well, at least we own them lives. You know who ate in this cardboard box? No tranny people. It's like, alrighty then. It's like, I can't even wrap my fucking head around it. I cannot fathom how anybody could think that this is good. And yet, like I said, you turn on the Fox News and all that other shit, they're like, this is the greatest guy ever. Look at him. The art of the deal. It's like 50% tariffs on our fucking friends. On our friends. I mean, well, I don't know if I don't know if, I guess he doesn't consider the EU our friends. I mean, at this point, the way they talk all that shit about him, it says call them freeloaders and shit. You know, I don't. It's unbelievable that we've let ourselves get to this point. And then J.D. Vance talking about all these judges, they're keeping us from doing what the people elected us to do. Like, no, that's not true. You could deport people. No one said you couldn't. What you got to do is do it legally by the fucking law. All the judges aren't letting us violate the Constitution. It's like, no. That's why they fucking shouldn't. What is wrong with this guy? I said he's a hipster Nazi. And not a more pathetic nutlicker will you ever find. This guy is a groveling bootlicker. He licked his boots of Peter Thiel, then he licked the boots of Donald Trump, then he licked the boots of Elon Musk. This guy, line him up, them boots. He loves the taste of them. It's like, so he can walk around and pretend that he's somebody. But you notice, like I told you before, he talks a lot for a vice president. But ain't nothing he says worth the fuck. And nobody does anything he says. A lot of times he says some shit and Trump just says whatever, the total opposite. It's like nobody gives a fuck what you got to say, J.D. Vance, so you can stop talking. When you're the one who's fucking laying down the law, you know, then that ain't never gonna happen. These Republicans, why do you think they're passing a bill in the middle of the fucking night? They won't even go back to their fucking districts because the people there are gonna hang them. They know it's done for them. They're gonna get voted out. They're starting to lose people that voted for them because you're cutting into all their shit. If these people still stay, if these people kick people off Medicaid and they cut all your SNAP benefits and shit, and you still vote for these people, then you deserve whatever happens to you, man. If you're that fucking stupid, like, you must be the guy who put the fucking money in the crypto ATM. That sounds like a Trump scheme. Trump's like, look, what I need you to do is go down to the bank and take out your life savings and take it to the crypto ATM, buy Trump meme coin, which is what he did. You know how many people lost money on Trump Bitcoin? Shitloads. You know who made money off Trump Bitcoin? Trump. And the richest people that bought it. They're laughing at you. They took your fucking money. Steve Bannon was convicted of a fraud scheme He's talking about build the wall. You send me your money. We're going to put it into this fund and build the wall. And they never built the wall. They used it to fucking to party. And I mean, you seen Steve Bannon. He drinks a lot. The bourbon fund. It's like he's drinking Pappy Van Winkle for $5,000 a bottle on your money. And he was convicted of it. And was going to be sent to prison. Well, he did go to prison for a little bit. And then he got pardoned by Trump. And people still follow Steve Bannon. You think they're not laughing in your... You can't be this stupid. I mean, obviously they are this stupid. And there's a lot of them. Because you're following a guy who ripped you off. And not like, oh, he theoretically ripped you off or, you know, in some roundabout way. No, he stole your money. He was convicted of it and sent to prison. And you're still like, oh, yeah, but I like his populist ideas. And he don't like the libs. Fuck the libs. It's unbelievable. It tells you the power of hate. How much, if you could stir up some hate in people, how blind they'll get and just follow that. Ah! He hates what I hate. He just stole your wallet. Yeah, but it's a small price to pay to own the libs and put the gays back in the closet and ship out all the brown people and all the things that I've always wanted to do, but... That's what I think they mean when they say, Trump speak for me. Trump does and says all the things that these people wanted to do, but they didn't have the balls to do it. And he has the balls to just fucking tell you, fuck off right in your face. And they're like, yeah, he speaks for me. Fuck all the brown people and trans people and anyone who ain't like me and then white. Get some more whites over here. You gotta have babies. A lot of babies. Yes, Julia, P.T. Barnum said it best. Sucker born every minute, yes. Well, this is a whole new level of suckering that I ain't never seen. Let's say when a guy could literally rob you and you still follow him. It's like now, like what he's doing. He's taking the jet from the air. Do you realize this? They have to tear that jet all the way apart. Strip it clean. Modify it somehow, you know, it's up to snuff or whatever it is that they want to do. They got to put it all back together. It's going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even $1 billion for the free plane. And he's not even going to be able to use it while he's the fucking president. And you got the nerve to tell me, and talk about waste, fraud, and abuse, or wherever the fuck they use, you know, they're all walking around saying, fuck you. Huh. Waste, fraud, and abuse. There's $1 billion for a free plane given to him by foreign governments. And another fucking $500 million on a parade for his birthday. And you're like, we gotta find the waste, fraud, and abuse. There it is right there. We gotta cut all the fucking health and science money because we gotta pay for all this shit over here. And then the Golden Dome, he said, $1 trillion Golden Dome. It ain't even gonna work. They're talking about Ronald Reagan tried to do this shit. Star Wars, they called it. They're gonna put missiles in space so they can shoot down other missiles from space, and like they might even be able to do it now. Because back then they didn't have technology, but today we have technology now. Maybe could really do it, but it's gonna cost $1 trillion for one. Two, it's gonna escalate space warfare and make other countries want to put fucking missiles into space. And three, who do you think's gonna get the money to fly this shit into space? I give you 3 yeses, and the first fucking 2 don't count. You know it's going to be the apartheid cunt. He's going to get a $1 trillion contract to fly this shit into space that may or may not even work. Yes, Julius says he's going to use our tax dollars to trick out his retirement plan. Yeah. It's just unbelievable. Like I said, this is exactly the same thing that's going on, where these guys are just robbing you blind, and you're just going, I love these guys. This guy's the greatest president ever, and not only is he robbing you, but he's gonna crash the fucking whole economy. Where soon, even his money won't be worth the shit. This is the part of it I don't get. I mean, I guess they think they're on top, so, you know, even they're always going to be on top. I mean, I guess they will be, because even they'll have more worthless dollars than you. But the truth is, when their money's worthless, the people down at the bottom, they ain't going to have nothing. And that's when it's going to come back to bite them. Danielle, he said, you can't build walls high enough to keep people out. When everybody's starving and shit. You know, they crash the economy, there's going to be a lot of angry people. And, you know, you've already seen what can happen. Like, hopefully you got your money back in your IRA, Julia, since the markets came back some, and the money that you lost. But you saw what can happen real fast. And there'll be a time when that happens and it doesn't come back. Now, I guess people are just going to wait for that to happen, I guess. It doesn't seem like anybody's interested in doing anything. That's what I mean, is like, we have to hope that we can last 2 years of this shit. Because in 2 years, the Democrats will sweep their Senate and House. What they need is to get a big enough majority where they can fucking impeach him and remove him from office. That's what I believe. That's the only way out of it now. And so if you're out there anywhere, you better vote Democrat. Wherever you are. And just go in and go, give me the ballot. Click that down ballot thing where every Democrat, I'm not voting for a Republican, not a single fucking one of them, until they fucking get their head out of this guy's ass and do something, because they're just riding this fucking ass right over the cliff. Julia says, when I was a kid, my mom used to tell me that the Republicans are going to push us back into the barter and trade system. I thought she was just justifying being a pack rabbit. She was right. That's like a libertarian thing. I've seen that before, where libertarians try to say it. You know, let's go back to the old days like it was, and you get rid of all the money, and then everybody just, you know, exchanges it. And they're like, come on, man. I mean, that worked. When there was about 10,000 people. It's like there's 300 million people in the United States. You get some fucking barter and shit for everything. It's a lot of fucking bartering, man. It's just not a sustainable system when there's this many people. But, I mean, the systems that we have aren't working. So, I mean, I guess that's not true. They're not working here. So this guy was saying, it was like, you know, basically what he's doing is taking the most successful economic model ever made on the earth, and he's fucking trashing it. Yeah, Julia's like, I got some beaver pelts. You got any eggs? Exactly. I got some trouts I caught today. Trade me for some sugar. It's fucking ridiculous to think you can run the world like that. Now, what's going to happen is, like I said, it won't happen overnight, but all these countries, I said, they're gonna form a new system and we're gonna be on the outside. We're gonna be the black sheep. And that ain't no shit. Like Europe, Canada, uh, China, all these countries in South America and whatever. Like it'll be us in El Salvador. Well, we got El Salvador. He's got that prison we need. it's I've never seen, like, there's always been administrations that you didn't like, but what you was like, I don't like this plan they got. I don't like their policy objectives or whatever. These guys don't even have that. They don't have no plan. Their policy objectives are whatever Trump thinks when he wakes up in the morning or whatever he tweets out at 3 o'clock in the morning on the fucking Truth Social. Like I said, J.D. Vance says one thing and Trump says something else. It's like, no, the only one calling shots is Trump because it's a cult. I'm sick of people like, oh, it's not a cult. It's like, no, it's not a cult except for your fucking Donald Trump nut-licking t-shirt and your red hat, that you fucking wear like a uniform. It's not a cult. To me, it's past, like, regular politics. It used to be like, I don't like the Republicans because they like to give tax breaks to rich people and they don't want to fucking pay for social programs to help poor people, and even those Republicans from way back, the ones that we thought were evil, they wouldn't do this shit that they're doing. There's a clip of when they were trying to defund PBS way back in the day, and Mr. Rogers went and testified in front of Congress, and the Republican guy was there, and Mr. Rogers told him what Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers was all about, and then he sang this little song, and the guy was like, I can't believe we wanted to cut this. He's like, it's like, you're gonna get your funding, like, they had hearts. They were human beings. They just disagreed about fiscally how we're supposed to go about our business, but we're so far off the chain. We've been running this country with money we don't have for decades now. Well, at the same time, NAFTA and all that and hollowing out all the factory jobs and things. Like, that's what I mean is some of their grievances are real. They did hollow out the factory jobs. They did. But that was also what enabled us to get all this cheap stuff. And we switched from being a manufacturing economy to like a service economy, or that's what they call it, where what we provide mainly is services, like delivery services or, food services, computer tech services. We're not really making stuff. Because the tech, if you made it here, that's what I mean. Trump says, Tim Cook, you can't make your iPhone in India. You got to make it in the United States, or you can pay a 25% tariff. You know what they're going to do? They're going to pay a 25% tariff because you know what? If they made an iPhone in the United States, it would cost you $8,000 to $10,000 to buy it. And that ain't no shit. That's Forbes magazine themselves. Your iPhone, it costs you $1,000 now, it costs you 8 to 10, maybe even more. You can't do it. That's the point. It'd be cheaper to pay the 25% tariff than to fucking make it here because no one's going to buy it. You have to take out a fucking loan to buy a phone. At 30% interest because the interest rates are like stagflation or whatever it is from the tariff. It's unbelievable just how much they don't understand anything. How stupid these people are. And people are just riding in this car like, wow, this is great. He's the greatest president I've ever seen. Have you seen this budget? They want a lot of money to build facilities to lock people up, and a lot of money to deport people, and a lot of money. Like, they have a lot of plans, apparently, of just how many people they're going to lock up and deport. And they need $1 trillion more for the military. Why? Peace through strength, that's what they call it. We already been over this. We got the biggest military in the world. We got the most mightiest, strongest military in the world. No doubt about that. Right? Did it win us the wars? I mean, yeah, we smashed Iraq, but did we really win in the end? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we did or didn't. I don't really believe we did, because as soon as we left, that fucking place went to shit. And we left. Like, you can't stay there forever. The mightiest military in the world don't do shit for you. I mean, you might kill a lot of people. And we did. But you can't stay there. Julius says, I remember Big Hubbub in the early 80s and Sony started doing business with us, sending us TV, VCRs, other electronics. Lots of folks bitch about products from China. Yeah, they did. Hey, this is funny. Did you see this? Apparently, Kim Jong-un, North Korea alert. This is true. It's everything to get out of here, but I want to tell you this story because it's very funny. Kim Jong-un, apparently, he built 2 destroyers. He's going to start flexing his muscle out in the ocean. So they built these 2 destroyers. They had this big launching ceremony. And they launched one of them. When he went to launch the other one, it fucking just fell over. And it slid into the water like sideways. And then immediately he was like, I'm going to kill everybody. You don't want to be the guy that pulled that lever. He imagine being that guy. You're going to be, you have a ceremonial position in this big giant ceremony. We're gonna launch these boats. What we need you to do is just pull this lever, and then the boat will slide into the ocean. And you go, and the dear leader will think that you're the greatest. And you go, yes. And then you go, pull the thing, and the boat just goes, slides into the water. And you go, fuck, I'm dead. It's a bad day at work. Yes, it smashed part of the hull. But here's the funniest part about it. That's funny. But the other one made it into the ocean. But then they said they don't even think it has an engine. They said it didn't go anywhere. And they need tugboats to move it around. He's going to flex his muscle. They're fake. They're not even real. And a bunch of people are going to get executed because they destroyed a fake boat. This is Earth in the year 2005. I'm sorry, 2025. It's like, you can't make this shit up, man. It's unbelievable. You gotta line up 25 dudes and shoot them all dead because they destroy your fake boat. And they're going to war with tugboats and yes, like Julie says, like the fake town of Rockridge and Blazing Saddles. Yes, exactly. It's a facsimile of a ship. It doesn't even have an engine. And you're going to yourself, why? Why does it have an engine? He can't buy one from Russia or something. Like Vladimir Putin can't give him a boat engine. Like, well, he ain't got no money. He's got money. They just stole fucking $100 billion of crypto. He couldn't use that stolen crypto money to buy a fucking engine for the boat. It's unbelievable. You can't, like I said, this world is so absurd. You couldn't write shit if it was funnier than this. If you tried. Fake boats. He's gonna flex his muscle in the ocean. How you gonna catch him other boats? He's got the tugboats pulling. And if there's no engine in the boat, it can't weigh that much. But you're gonna shoot a cannon on a boat that don't weigh nothing, it's gonna fucking go right over it. And that fucking boat just sinks. It's like you can't. I said you can't make up something that's funnier than this. Like, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Anyway, I thank you for watching as I do every week. And even though I ain't supposed to be on today, you still watch, so thank you. And that's what I mean. Like, hey, I got some loyal followers. And I haven't getting, I said, pretty good views. And now I'm starting to get comments on my YouTube stream. Now they say, keep it up and tell your friends. It's like, this is all I got going on now. So, oh, well, I will be in Sydney, Ohio next week. Next Saturday, I'll be doing a show in Sydney, Ohio. It's about an hour from here. So I am doing a little bit of stand-up. Guy offered me a gig just tonight, but I fucking drive all the way to Baton Rouge tomorrow. It's like, I can't fucking do that. But he said it pays $1,000. What? She told me last week I'd have bought a plane ticket. I'd fly down there, you know, maybe cost me a couple $100, but I'd fly down there and make $800 to get back on a plane, come back home. But he's like, tomorrow. It's like, I can't do this tomorrow. Too soon, man. Anyway, I'm gonna go tomorrow and see Primus. Yeah, Perfect Circle. Pusfer. Yeah, I didn't realize until I was reading some stuff. I guess it's Maynard's birthday celebration, and that's why they're all together. But either way, it doesn't matter. I can go see any of those bands separately. And I'm going to see some friends of mine that I haven't seen in a while. So it's going to be good on both ends. So anyway, go see Sinners. It's very good. If you haven't, look up the video of them tanking the ship. and put your hand on your heart for the 25 to 50 dudes who are going to be executed because of this fiasco. I'm laughing, but I really do feel bad for him. It's especially the guy that pulled the lever. That is not going from the top of the mountain to the bottom in like 1 second. He's all smiling, he's all happy. He's like, yes, and the music's playing. He's like, he's about to pull this lever and launch the famous boat. Boat falls into the water. He's like, oh no, it's not good. You see Kim Jong-un just stomp off. Everybody looks around and goes, we're all fucking dead. Go home and kiss your wife because you're going to be fucking shot. All you can do is laugh. It's fucking horrible, but that's what I always say. But it's a dark journey when you're with me. It's like, the world is dark. We try to shine a little light on it. I love you guys. I said, I'll be back Tuesday. I'll tell you how the show was. Take care and have a good weekend. Be safe. It's a holiday weekend. I said, be safe. I love you guys. Good night.